Welcome all to the discussion of the social agent. Okay, so I've taken some time off work to explore this concept that I've been very interested in for quite a few years. Now, I'm going to first introduce you to the concept of the social agent. First of all, games are primarily mechanical systems that have a set of rules that we interact in. Things like Tetris. There's a very small set of rules in which we play out an experience and we enjoy it. The social interactions, however, have not been made dynamic in nature, which has caused some issues and has effectively halted their evolution. So there's three stages to what we call the social interaction. The first stage is the input, the second stage is the formulation response, and the third stage is the response itself. Now, the input in most modern games is as simple as choice A, choice B, choice C. However, in older games we use text parsers and other forms there, and there is a variety of inputs there. There's a lot of research going into this field, not directly related to games, but things like voice recognition software, natural language processing, tools for the handicapped. There's a lot of research going into inputting natural language into a human system or inputting more interesting information. Skip to the back end. The last step is the outputting of information. Again, there's a lot of research being done here with avatar systems, with text-to-speech, all sorts of interesting research is going on there. It's very fascinating. However, this middle step, this formulation of the response, there is very little applicable research going on in here because it's very close to what they call the AI crash, which I'll explain another time. The problem is that it's a huge, massive area that has no immediate benefit. It's kind of this massive, out-of-scale problem. Now, in games, we don't solve the problem. Which brings me to the second part of the social agent, which is the agent. In a virtual world or in an environment, we describe an intelligent creature or entity as an agent. So this would describe an NPC in a game, this would describe a lovable dog companion, things like that. So anyway, agents primarily fall into two categories, what we call a reflex agent and what we call an intelligent agent. Now, a reflex agent has a series of very simple responses, like if you push the red button, it'll play a sound, and if you push the blue button, it will bounce up and down. Now, the complexity of the reflex system can be increased, and that's what we do. We use what we call the dialogue tree, which is actually a graph of nodes, static content, which is not machine parsable, so the computer doesn't understand it. The agent doesn't understand the system inside of it. And through a series of complex reflexes, this agent gives a pre-made response. It navigates this graph that it has in front of it, and when you say hello, it says, "Oh, good day, sir," blah blah blah. And it's that classic Zelda problem of, you know, the NPC that only has one line of dialogue. Well, that's the epitome of the reflex agent. But even really complex dialogue systems have mostly reflex-based systems. We'll go into those in another discussion. So, this research project I'm doing, basically I'm looking at ignoring the inputs because there's a lot of interesting research going on there, ignoring the outputs because there's a lot of research going there, but focusing on the formulation of a response in a game environment, because while the stigma of the crash of the 80s is perfectly valid for real-world applications, I feel, because of the limited scope of a game environment and the special nature of a game environment, we can make an intelligent agent which understands and comprehends the environment and then responds in an intelligent fashion. So before I go into any more detail, that's basically it. We are going to be examining the nature of entities in games and seeing if I can find a way to get them to respond in an intelligent fashion. It's something I've been researching for like 8 years. I've got a dissertation which I've already done on a part of the problem, and now I'm going to be seeing if there's another part of the problem I can solve. And that's what the next video will be about. The next video will be about scoping and defining the problem, and I doubt it'll be the final definition, but I'll go into that later. So yeah, if you're interested in this series, follow me. Yeah, I'm Claire, by the way. I haven't introduced myself, though. Follow me as I try over the next 12 weeks to put together a proposal and a prototype to see if I can find a valid piece of research which I can take forward in the form of, say, an MPhil at a university, possibly part-time, because I work full-time in the industry, to explore the concept of the social agent and see if we can move this forward. Thanks. Bye.